What's up, kids?
What's up?
What up?
Guess what we got today?
What do we got?
We got the Wendigo.
Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
it's the Wendigo.
Say that again?
Wendigo.
Wendigo, not Wendigo.
No, there's no N. There's no dingo. There's no... no.
No. So you're making fun of my dyslexia that I've put the N next to the
I'm not.
E instead of
I'm
BI?
making fun of your bad Australian accent.
Yikes. Moving on. The Wendigo. This
Thank
was
you.
directed by James Conway. It aired on February 3rd, 1999. Episode description: when a hideous supernatural creature attacks Piper, she begins to make a strange transformation with similar traits to her attacker. Prue and Phoebe must save her by vanquishing the beast. But at night, in the woods,
Oh boy.
how will they know for sure if it's the creature or if it's Piper?
Oh gosh.
Okay. So, what is a Wendigo? Is it Bigfoot? Is it a werewolf? What are we talking about here?
Sasquatch. I prefer
It's a
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Yeah. Yes.
BK, do you have
Sasquatch.
any? Look, you weren't in this episode, and let me just put this out there.
Where did you go?
I was really upset. I feel like something was missing for me, and
You could have
immediately
healed
it was
Piper.
Dale.
You could have healed Piper, and none of this would have happened. But no, you're just too busy with your other family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would. I think it's probably for the best that he wasn't there. Like on some level, like he might have been grossed out by your arm fur.
Okay, so that was a little excessive. Hence, no producer credit on this episode. That was a little excessive. Like we could have just maybe some pus swelling, and then maybe like a few hairs.
No, it was like a full patch of fur.
Yeah. You were going.
It was not okay. It was not okay.
The reaction there was great. It was.
Thank you.
You were alone. You were scared. You didn't know what to do, and I felt like in that moment, as we've all gone through our own physical things, it was like, oh my God, I need to go to the emergency room or the doctor or something. I'm dying, and I saw this moment of actual like, I'm fucked, and I'm scared to tell anybody, and what am I going to do about it? And it was all right there in that little moment and it was brilliant.
Well, I had to like go back to like my horror movie roots and just be like, this is just going to be a horror movie. This is just like a slasher monster movie, horror movie. You just go back there and you're in utter panic and sweating. The sweat really helps. The fake sweat really helps. Like just keep misting me.
But it looked great. Like I totally bought it. You were like kind of
no
fucked
makeup,
up the whole
sickly.
episode.
Yeah. And but really I already lost this episode when I showed up in khakis again.
And there was also,
again.
I think, another turtleneck.
Can't change a tire. There's just so much about this that's just wrong to me.
Well,
and the bangs are back.
Bangs are back. Also, like this dude Billy shows up wearing Dale's jacket. Like, did you see how big that fucking jacket was on that guy?
My jacket. I was like, oh my God, I'm out of the show.
Like, oh yeah.
They're like, we can reuse this. He's not coming back. Is he?
My jacket.
I just don't understand why they feel the need to dress everyone in a triple XL.
I think it was the style of the time is what I'm going to go with.
Look, big baggy clothes are in, but triple XL, there's like a different baggy than like that's just the wrong size. And why is that guy? I don't know.
Billy, bless him, he's a great actor. He's been acting forever, but he's not the tallest. So then putting him in that just did him a disservice as well.
Sure. And then he goes to smoke in the hospital. There was that moment too where I was just like, no, dude. No one smokes in a hospital.
This episode changed for me. It was a horror movie. I mean, if you look at some of the camera angles.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was something, and I don't know, James himself, obviously as a director, he wants to set cameras, but, a lot of that is pre-approved. It'll be interesting when we finally have him on to ask him about something like that, where, did he go to the executives? Was it something that, like, as we do each episode, and maybe they discussed it with you, Holly, is that they can shoot each episode for what it is. If it's a fantasy episode, let's give some fantasy. If it's like this, kind of a horror episode, if you notice the camera angles and the lighting, they made it a bit horror. And I thought...
And a bit campy. You just had to go with it. Because what are you going to do? How are you going to do a monster movie without making it a monster movie? But there were some extreme close-ups of my face I could have done without.
But also
BK,
that's awesome observation. Like, I didn't even... It did such a good job of doing it that I didn't even think about it until you just said it. It completely changed how Charmed had been shot up to this point.
Yeah.
Right? These kind of low camera angles looking up, really tight lenses.
Really tight
lenses to kind of help sell the panic. I'm sure it was, pitched. And I mean...
I wonder what Conway had to do with that, or if that came from, what that came from.
I think that was him, and I think he probably had, a conversation with the DP, and James is a spelling producer for forever. So, but I'm really glad that they did go with a little bit of camp this way, because it was super hard to overcome the Sasquatch, let alone two Sasquatches.
How did
two Sasquatches? What about the random phone booth in the middle of nowhere? Like, guys, I'm
in the
stuck.
middle of Griffith Park, by the way. That was Griffith Park.
Oh, wow. I thought we were in San Francisco.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. That was in the middle of LA on a very dark, cold night.
Even the phone booth, and you trapped in it, and some of the angles was an homage to,
Isn't that American Werewolf in London? I think it is. I think
possibly.
it is.
It's a little cocky, right? I mean, it's even the movie phone booth. I mean, it really had some. I mean, I noticed it from the beginning, and it was. We're going a different direction here. And did they have any sort of conversations with you guys before that? We're going to, as we get into different episodes. We're going to fantasy one, and everything's going to be bright and happy. And
no, not at all. I mean, I want to say we left some, a lot of the creative decisions up to our directors of the week, because they're another like guest star of the week usually, and we want them to bring new and fun and improved things. But no, most of the time they're just throwing us in the ring. And, a new script is coming out in 5 days. So we don't really have a lot of time to think about it except to just do it.
Did this seem different when this was kind of passed to you, hard copy? Like, was this one of those things that kind of gets dropped off and you're reading it and going, or at that point were you just so on, not autopilot, but just like kind of get through each episode that this didn't register, that this was kind of almost a completely different feeling and vibe?
Yeah, no, it didn't register at all. Like, because we just have like blinders on and you just put your head down and go forward. But I will say this episode was the first and last episode where I ever wore those contacts, because those are hardcore, like above in your eyelid and below your eyelid contacts that cover the entire eye. And that will never happen again in my life. Never, never. It literally took 3 people to get them in my eye. One on each side, and then one putting them in. I was the Wendigo when they tried to put those in my eyes.
Oh wait, were you actually the Wendigo?
Yes.
No. Like,
oh wait,
did you do the costume? Like,
no, that was a very tall stunt man, which I was happy I didn't have to be.
Okay.
No, I just had to wear the hair for a minute.
You didn't do any facial prosthetic or anything?
No, thank you, Brian. No bright ideas from Brian, please.
No, I thought that would have been authentic and cool. I thought you might would have liked to play dress up.
Great, I don't have to do that part, and I'll be off during that part.
Yeah.
I was like, the stunt guy's doing half my work for me. But I did have to do the part where I turned back into myself, clearly in Griffith Park, very cold, in an unusually naked state. And I was far more naked than I needed to be for what was seen.
I was about to say, they didn't really show anything. They showed your ankles.
Yeah, no. That's not what was happening there.
What do you got, BK? What'd you say?
Some kneecap.
A little bit of kneecap. But
Was that your
there was
kneecap?
far more nudity happening that night than what was used. So I'm still kind of curious as to why. Why?
Why didn't they use it, or why did you get naked?
Both.
Would you have been okay if they used it? If
I
they
was
used it?
already naked. What's the difference?
Okay, guys, we have questions.
Outtakes.
Where are the outtakes?
Where is the rest of the film?
I want to see the film.
Like,
And it's actually
and it was
film. That's fucking
freezing.
right. You
It's
guys
film.
were shooting on fucking film. Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh my
Where's
God,
that
you
film
make us
canister?
feel so old, Drew.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Sorry. No,
So-
it's great.
It wasn't black and white,
It was a talkie.
although it could have been a better episode if it was.
That actually, did you guys ever do a black and white episode?
Yes, we did.
Shit, don't ruin it for me. Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's many
Like the whole
years
thing's in black and white?
ahead. Yeah, well, not the whole thing. We did the noir episode.
Oh, I
You'll
can't
see.
wait for that.
You'll have to wait for it. Wait for it.
Well, this episode had some gems. Besides
Didn't it?
Billy's jacket, aka Dale's jacket. Well,
It's
first of all,
good
you
to
didn't even need
recycle.
stitches. So the doctor kind of gave you a look. He was like, "You don't even need stitches."
I don't see how that's possible.
Yeah.
Again,
Billy
another
has this
producer
line-
call I would have made would be like, no, give her stitches and have them like bust and be gross and, give me something to work with, people here. But no, maybe we didn't have time for stitches. We had too many prosthetics going on already. Never mind.
Billy had a line. It said, "Not before it ripped out Lauren's heart. Might as well have taken mine too."
That was a tough one. And he pulled it off.
Hats off to anyone who can pull that off, and because it's not as a guest star, you have less than zero kind of power, and if it's written, this is your lines, you got to say it, and so to kind of be strapped with those type of lines and to deliver it in a real and authentic way is very difficult.
And he did it.
And he did do it. So hats off to that dude.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, I have so many notes, but they all seem very was it intentional that Andy and the FBI agent had matching trench coats?
I mean, are we? I was like, I kept trying to see the X-Files, but I couldn't. I kept trying to visualize the X-Files episodes, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
But the trench coats helped. They did.
DK, did
help.
anything stand out for you in this episode besides the way it was shot?
I felt the FBI agent, she ultimately, yeah, she's the Wendigo, but I felt like I knew that before,
It was too obvious.
It was obvious, and I don't know if it was the way she played it or the push in on her line that might be. Oh, really? There was a lot of that, and I don't know that she was playing into it and playing the "I'm an evil person" or if it was written that way, but I knew it was her from the get go. Kind of. It wasn't a big reveal to me. The other storyline and the charm bracelet and, finding that side, I felt like that storyline fell flat. It was one little scene.
It needed more time, for sure.
You could have flushed that out. I almost feel like that charm bracelet and that storyline and finding the mother and the daughter and that could have been its own episode.
Yeah, it was a little rushed.
And healing this family. And I feel like that would have been something the Charmed Ones bond together to go do. And you got them both in one episode. And I feel like it split the story itself. It was two different episodes in one for me. Even though you're trying to run all storylines, it just, I felt like I was in two different shows as it balanced there. And, that kind of lost it for me. And because I enjoyed the charm bracelet, and I don't know if that was just put in there as kind of a ruse, so we're not thinking about, Piper's a Wendigo at home and going to kill everybody, or I don't know. I had a little trouble with that.
Yeah, it was definitely rushed. But I totally didn't remember, and it's very disturbing to me, how well I played psychotic. Like I'd suddenly just turn into the Exorcist, and I had a little bit too much fun with that. I'm gonna say
you
right
did.
now.
You clearly were enjoying like talking shit to the sisters.
What was it? I will cut you, bitch.
Basically, I mean, like I was disturbed watching myself. Flip so quickly.
I guess becoming a Wendigo, it's like a truth serum type of thing. Like, is this what you were feeling?
It's the Exorcist / Sybil / holy moly, she had some stuff to say.
Yeah, clearly.
Goodness.
It's like the truth thing. What was the truth episode we just did?
The truth spell. Is it spell?
Yeah, the truth spell.
Yeah.
It's basically, it comes back out when you become a werewolf or a Sasquatch.
Wendigo.
Is a Wendigo a real thing? Or is it something like that Charmed created?
It's more. I did a movie not too long ago called The Wendigo. And The Wendigo has been around.
Wait, what? Wait.
Whoa. You can't blow. Yeah. You can't just glaze past that.
No, I'm sorry. We're going to have to dive a little deeper into this.
Brian Krause.
What year was this?
I've been killed by a Wendigo. This probably would have been 2018.
Okay, so 2018, you did a movie called The Wendigo?
That's right.
And tell us about it.
Did she look anything like me?
Much taller.
Oh.
That's not hard.
Thank
you. Sorry.
The Wendigo itself, much taller and more wooded.
Wooded?
It's
wooded
creature. So it's like a wooded creature that comes at night. Native American lore has a Wendigo. Maybe they call it something different, but it's a wooded creature that comes to life that kind of feeds off the same kind of premise. And so it's almost like a scarecrow with a little branch sticking out. Same kind of face, not so werewolfy.
Okay.
There's many different cultures around the world that have the same idea. Not quite as a chupacabra. The Wendigo is something a little different, but it's kind of that same idea of lore that's been around for millennia.
And what was your character?
Effects better?
I'm the sheriff that was like, "There's no such thing as a Wendigo. Holy shit!"
Oh,
did you wear a trench coat?
God.
Well, that sheriff coat and the thing.
Oh, yeah, the sheriff coat. Did you have a mustache?
Those kids are crazy.
That's amazing.
By the way, anytime someone says those kids are crazy, they're getting killed.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like just death 101. You have a line like that, you're one of the first to go, actually.
Doomed.
Kids, they're high. They're smoking reefer.
Yeah, but did you have better special effects than we did? For sure.
Well, it was just 4 years ago, so there was some better. We were low budget, so no.
Oh, okay. About the same.
Yeah.
And where does one...
The morphing back and forth actually noticeably improved.
Sure.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Right. I mean, from 1999 till 2018, there should...
through no fault of my own.
The first few episodes where we've done kind of a little, special effect, I felt that the special effects had improved by this point a little bit, a good bit.
All right, fine.
Although when you guys shoot the flare,
yes,
I think you see someone behind the tree. Did you guys catch that?
A Wendigo.
No, it wasn't the Wendigo. It was someone like letting off the fire. Like, also, your aim is terrible.
Okay, first of all, I'm not the one shooting. I'm the one being shot at.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you very much.
I take umbrage with the other two then, and their shooting.
Did you even watch this episode, Drew? Or did you
Are you kidding me?
Read about
Andy and Piper, AB negative together?
AB negative.
That's a deep cut. Cute.
There was a lot of very cozy Andy stuff with Andy and Piper that maybe a tad uncomfortable watching.
Yeah, like, she's like a sister to me too.
Like when you're sick and he comes to the house and then he puts his hand on your head, like
look at Leo clocked it. Leo clocked it
because that's inappropriate.
Right?
Piper.
Inappropriate. Yeah.
Right?
That was too much. Andy now has taken his stalking ways to the other sister, maybe to like make Prue jealous. This dude fucking blows my mind with his choices.
Andy is handy.
And on the head at the end there.
Too much.
especially when you're sweaty. Like, nah.
No.
Too
That
much
was
DNA transfer.
Yeah. I mean, look, that could have been the original COVID case.
She could have been.
A patient zero.
Terrible.
started with the Wendigo.
Too soon.
It
Too
really
soon.
is too soon.
Too soon.
So BK, where were you? I mean, obviously we had established that you had to go back to wherever you were. But
Back to heaven, where
back to
angels
heaven.
belong.
Fallen angel. Have they been, I don't know how many episodes you're off before we get to see your character again. But at this point, like, had they been in communication with you personally going, hey, you're going to be back in a few episodes?
No, I
be on ice.
Already 4 maybe. So
Yeah.
I had one more, and then the half of the season will be done, I think, in another episode or 2. So I had like 5 of the first 13. That's
Okay.
how it goes the contract, and then I think I do 1 or 2 more in the back half of the season.
Oh yeah, no, because this is when Piper becomes slutty McSlutty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Piper's about to get slutty?
Oh yeah. I mean, I go through like a string of guys in the first season.
Yeah.
There was no talk about like, oh, you're gonna be back in a month or any of that. I just knew that within this certain amount of period, you'll do how many ever, and then
Right.
maybe call like 2 weeks in advance or as soon as they had a script.
Okay, so they gave you enough lead time so you can get back into it.
2.5
Piper had
weeks. You're like,
things to
you
do.
got to be available these dates. This is when you're working.
Right.
Piper
Molly,
had
did you have-
things to do, people to see.
Did you have fun shooting this episode?
No.
You did?
Like
No.
I said, the eyeball thing, and then the naked in the woods thing, and no. And then the rest was like sweating, crying, shaking, a lot of shaking. This wasn't the physical episode for me.
You weren't into it?
It's not my favorite.
Okay.
Scale
I
of
mean,
1 to 10. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Oh, we're already there.
We're there. We're there.
This actually, we have
We're-
less
and
to
you know
say on
why?
this one than we have on Dream Sorcerer.
You know why? Because there's just certain things about it that just irk the heck out of me.
Can you
And
please
one of
share with the
them-
group?
Yes, one of them is the AstroTurf outside the front door when Handy Andy comes in and molests Piper.
Andy?
They're like, so the thing is, you're
Handsy
supposed to look
Andy?
Handy Andy. So he's not. First of all, we're not supposed to show out the front door just because our backdrop is just trash and we're on the through no fault of anybody. It's just budget cuts. But like, so there's no front steps. It's just flat AstroTurf. So we're supposed to like not really shoot through an open door. We're just supposed to like people come in real fast and like, and you're supposed to keep the door like this so that you can't see this. And like literally twice in that scene, you see literally it's like mini putt-putt golf outside.
Okay.
And that's all I see.
Okay. What else?
That's actually something that continued for years.
Yeah.
No,
And
no,
it drives me
no,
bonkers.
And they extended. Remember, later on, they extended the porch so we could kind of
tried.
go out there
They tried.
at night. But
Yeah. It's trash.
what's the door?
Okay.
Trash.
I like it. Keep going. What else you got? What else? What are your other notes? Producer.
I was not a producer yet.
I know, but if you we're doing revisionist history right now.
Mm-hmm.
BK, you get to answer these questions too. Like what else? What are the other problems you had with this app?
For me, it was the split storyline.
Too lopsided.
The FBI was
Too evil.
too evil, and you changed the dynamic of. I mean, the episode almost, it's its own thing. I mean, Andy was all of a sudden this gumshoe detective, like they were in the 50s, hey, we're going to solve this with the Wendigo, with the trench coats and the thing and the way it was lit. And this is where I got the vibe that it was, shot in James's choice, perhaps, that, we're going to make this more like a movie than, a serial TV show. And I don't know that it entirely worked for me. Although I did really appreciate the feature film style film work, the lighting and everything. And I think maybe that's something that also goes forward as the show goes on. You get a little more interesting camera work and, better lighting and, the acting obviously is constantly improving. And I just don't know that the split storylines didn't work for me, especially when you have the Wendigo and, then you have this mom who's been missing her daughter. It's like, I don't know, maybe one or the other.
Yeah. All right. 7.
That's like a 4. The way you guys both just described it, it's like a 4 or a 3.
I was being nice. So
No,
like
nice.
6.
Like, who are you being nice for? This is the people tune in for the real.
I don't think it's an episode below a 6.5.
Wow. Like in the whole history of the show?
Oh no, there definitely is.
Yeah.
There definitely is. There's some real stinkers.
There's some real stinkers. And this to me was not a stinker. Both storylines are solid. The acting's great. The film,
the acting's never not great. Let's be honest. Like you did kill it. Like even when you were a monster, not literally, but
thank you.
Spiritually.
This episode needed an hour. It needed more time to really flesh it all out.
Well, yeah, it would have been nice to actually talk to the mother once, instead of just like we meet her and then like, hey, have you been missing
a child?
This child, and then the child comes in. You're like,
but
also, wasn't she in Oakland? One was in San Fran and one was in Oakland. And how? Yeah, there was some.
Yeah,
Evie took the part,
and you're still giving it a 7.
Well, yeah, because it was a lot of work for me.
I
labor intensive.
No, hey, you killed it. You froze a flare.
Thank you
did that.
The stunt guy did that.
Freezing the flare?
Yeah, that was him. Did you even watch it?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, you like read it. You read the cliff notes. You Wikipedia did it.
No way.
Yeah, let's talk about Andy's chest scar. And
where did it go?
Did Prue really... that's something I would have kind of liked to see. She explains that she told him the truth and he might have been okay with it. And it's the most honest.
That was kind of rushed.
But yeah, or we could have seen that on film. That would have been interesting because we've been leading up. Obviously, they've been planting the seeds now pretty much for the whole season that Andy will find out at some point who y'all are, correct? Like this is...
And then we kill him. No.
You kill him?
No, he lives. He's fine.
What the fuck are you doing?
Sorry.
You actually...
Spoiler alert. No, we don't kill him. He lives on for eternity. Nobody really dies. Oh my, he quit. He just quit.
Well, gosh.
It's okay. I was just kidding.
Look at that. We lost him. Well,
okay, I'm back.
I really didn't think you were that invested in Andy. I mean, come on. It's Andy.
Listen, I ride him hard because I care.
Where's Morris? That's my biggest question.
I was missing the Morris.
Yeah, we were missing the Morris for sure.
Yeah.
I mean...
So I think my biggest issue, if I had any with this episode, would be the story itself, the actual what we shot as a script. Some great storylines, some great ideas. The filming was great, the lighting was great, the acting was great, but the overall as a script, it's not winning an Emmy for me.
So you're saying that your Wendigo is better than our Wendigo?
I wouldn't say that. No.
Wow. Now I'm going to have to go watch it.
Okay.
And I will be back with my critique of your Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Maybe we should do that for the watch party.
Oh, yes, we should. Why should we not?
Wendigo?
There are no rules.
There are no rules. We can do whatever we want.
There are no rules.
Because we're adults.
That's right.
Listen,
if we're giving an award to the best trench coat, the best, with the health inspector, Andy, or the FBI agent. That fucking guy just shows up also in a trench coat and he loved whipping out his health badge.
Yep. That's my life.
Yeah, this is your fault.
I know.
This episode is actually entirely your fault.
Super sweaty all the time.
Super sweaty.
All the time.
And you didn't
but
have
it
fun
works.
shooting. Like, again, though, but on a real, like, from an acting standpoint, doing something kind of completely different.
No. Labor intensive.
Yeah.
This was
but
very
like,
labor
you
intensive.
were young and it was early.
It made me feel old.
Hmm.
And it was not early. It was very late at night and it was very cold in Griffith Park. And
It
very
doesn't
naked.
get cold in Griffith Park.
Oh my God, yes it does.
I live across the street from Griffith Park.
When
Now I'm
you're
doing a Brian.
naked,
I'm telling
when
everyone where I live.
When you're naked, it is. Okay?
But we saw kneecaps. You weren't that naked. You
Oh
probably
no,
had
I was entirely
you know what?
naked.
You know what? You probably had a turtleneck on.
Just on top.
Pretty much.
Yep. No.
Pooh bearing.
No.
Pooh bearing. We should name this episode Pooh Bearing in Griffith Park.
That's not.
With Piper. Pooh Bearing Piper.
Okay, 6.5.
4.5. Yeah, fuck this episode.
Dude.
I'd watch Dream Sorcerer before I'd watch this one again.
Oh, blasphemy.
No, it's true. Your arm fur was gross. You and Andy being AB negative and like bonding over that. Gross.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking Billy's jacket. Gross.
And the story that's bad because of filming and everything else. You had all these, right?
There was some great stuff. I'm with you. There was some really good stuff with. I do appreciate how different the look of it was, and I like that you guys actually went for something different. That being said,
and that I went split personalities.
No, that was fun.
Great.
That's normal.
Oh, thanks. Don't tell people.
Sorry. No, guys, she's a saint.
Don't bust the bubble.
For me, because it was like, that's probably one of my favorite lines so far.
Which one?
And she's like, I will cut you, bitch.
Oh, yeah. And you got Southern, too? There was some.
Do you always have to be right?
Yo,
Something
there was
like
some
that.
twang in there.
Twang. Well, that's my alter ego.
Look at that face.
Anyway, 6.5.
4.4.
Oh.
It's dropping.
It's a
Dropping
9.
by the minute.
You
It's
give
a
it a
9.
9? Oh, please.
Thinking it is-
Stylistically.
To me, script is always very important. We're all filmmakers and watchers of cinema and stories and television ourselves.
Googling Brian Krause's Wendigo now.
Wendigo.
Great
It's
is,
just going to show up with a picture of me anyway.
you can have all the special effects, but if the story's not working, the story's not working.
Well, we didn't have any special effects.
Okay, wait. So BK, okay, I want to hit on that real
Wendigo.
fast. Obviously, it does come down to story more than anything else. If we, again, playing revisionist history, what would you change specifically that would make sense for this? Would you completely eliminate the charm bracelet
Everything.
storyline?
No, I think it would be there and perhaps you'd have it fall off where like, oh, okay, remember somebody gets hit. I don't know that I would have made such a big deal out of it, or I would have tied the two of them together where the charm bracelet has something to do with, maybe Billy's wife or girlfriend who was killed, and you tie them together. Now the story can run together perhaps because...
Okay, hold up.
Hold up.
Your Wendigo isn't even spelled right.
Oh, is it different?
It's spelled right.
Look at Holly taking up like.
No, umbrage.
I was about
I
to
have
say it,
umbrage.
but I've used it too much.
It's an E, not an I.
What?
Your
How did
movie
they
isn't.
spell it?
Your movie isn't even spelled right.
Spell it how they spelled it.
WIN.
Wendigo.
Win.
Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Yeah.
Wendigo.
Wendigo. Brian Krause. Google it.
I'm Googling it right now.
Let's just Google Wendigo and see what comes up.
Yeah.
Or
it
how about we
comes up
just
the
Google
right way.
Wendigo versus Wendigo?
Oh.
Yeah. Hi, is this you? Yeah, that's spelled wrong.
Wendigo.
Well, it's
It's not even the same thing.
No,
You
and
couldn't
it's
even.
Wendigo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay,
okay. So you type in
6.5.
Wendigo versus Wendigo, and it comes up. The Wendigo,
Wendigo.
sometimes spelled. Here it is. Here's the real. The mythology and
Chippewa.
misrepresentation of the Wendigo.
Mhm.
WIN is the proper spelling.
No
Yo,
way.
The Wendigo, sometimes spelled Wendigo or Ween, Ween. Wendigo is believed to be the spirit of winter and symbol of dangers of selfishness. Although beliefs vary, the Wendigo with an I is generally considered horrifying entity with an insatiable taste for human flesh.
Ugh.
Those kids don't know what they're talking about.
Brian Krause as Sheriff Bradley Elkins.
Oh my God, can we call
Sheriff
you Elkins
Bradley?
from now on?
Those damn
Sheriff.
Hey, it's Dale Elkins. That's Dale's last name.
They're out there getting high.
Sheriff Bradley.
Smoking the
Paging
devil's
Sheriff
lettuce.
Bradley.
Smoking the devil's lettuce.
They're hallucinating.
Mm. Mm. They're hallucinating. Wow.
All lines that would have been better
Wendigo.
for me in that movie, actually.
Wendigo.
Yeah, I feel like you could have rewritten the script.
Wow.
But,
Brian
should've.
Krause, dating
with
history.
good friend, I
Did
This
you
is
worked.
see
interesting.
this?
Hold on. We're doing a hard pivot.
Who dated who?
Oh,
Who
Brian
dated who? Brian
Krause
Krause?
dating history.
Yes. What do we got?
Shall we?
We
I
can
think we've
bleep it
got
out.
some.
over the Wendigo now?
Oh, look. You're single.
Yeah.
Ooh, look how fucking handsome you look there.
Who's that guy?
It's
You
Relationships.
the guy
It
you
says
want to run
two.
lines with.
full
Rela-
circle.
Relationship, but that's a different episode.
Oh, that's true.
Relationship 2 total. You only have 2 total. Can I read them to you? What your relationships are?
You've only been in 2? My
That's-
guy.
Baldwin.
Beth Bruce, 1996 to 2001. And then Brian Krause has been in a relationship with Alyssa Milano.
You've been in a
2000
relationship
to
with her?
2001. Oh, look at Beth. Look, there's Beth. Wait,
She
there's Beth.
looks angry.
Swinston. Yes, he is.
And then
She
I don't
looks
know who
angry.
that girl is next to her. Wait, I need my glasses.
Yeah, I was about to say we got to get HMC our glasses.
We never ran lines.
You never ran lines, you and Beth?
Huh.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Huh.
The problem was when she thought I was running lines with Holly.
It wasn't me, people.
Listen,
Jesus.
home wrecker.
Home wrecking.
wrecker.
Let's talk Wendigo. It's interesting. I'd love to know, even on the Charm fandom, what they have rated the fans themselves about this episode. And
Oh yeah, leave
I
it
don't
in the
think I
likes and
want to know
comments.
that.
people,
I don't want to know that.
I know we're going to get James Conway on here, hopefully within the next few episodes, and some of his insight in the development and how stories came along. And, sometimes scripts, the show gets behind editing and you have to rush something out, and we just got to film it so the show can kind of keep up with itself to air. And I wonder if this was kind of one of those episodes where it's like, look, we got to get something in the can.
No, it was a big production. It
Yeah,
was a
this
big
feels big.
production. We had some cranes. We had
Like
some
big-
stuff going on in the park.
Big like Billy
They let us go
jacket.
outside.
It's true.
It's a big deal.
Big
spiel.
deal, big trench coats, big jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Location
4.0. 4.0.
6.5.
4.0.
Wow. You can't just drop it from your original. You can't.
Of course I can. The more
No,
I
you
talk
can't.
about it, and the more I think about it, I'm like, why is Prue walking around with a house phone
I don't know.
that doubles as a cell phone?
I had a flip phone.
No shit. Do you guys see what just popped up? 7.8 rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
See? There you go. See? It's beloved because it's campy.
Oh,
And
man.
Sasquatch. People believe in
Okay.
that shit.
Well, clearly I'm not the person to rate this then.
No, you're not.
No, oh no,
6.5.
sorry. 7.8 on IMDb, not on.
Yeah. Okay. Even better.
So, fine, that's a soft rating. They're
Odd.
fans.
Phoebe instantly quit the next day, and
Yeah, like here.
is that
I thought that was going to be interesting.
or
I thought that would have been interesting, them working together for a hot minute.
yeah?
Just something.
I wonder if they were like, oh, we liked it for a second, and then we can't.
It made
I
her
wonder
too grown up.
story.
Too,
oh, we got to
I
keep
don't
them
know
away.
where
Like now, it's
Sorry,
just artifacts that we bring in, and they're all witchy artifacts. Like, I wonder. I'd love to know the thought process.
Oh, I bet you would. Who dated who?
Yeah, well, you just come to my trailer. We'll talk about it.
Gross. Guys, I think this is a great place to end. Oh, Jesus.
Wait.
All right.
I love when
hey,
you told me there's certain actresses not in the show that are actually in the show. When you're like, Christina wasn't even in it. And I was like, did you see? You didn't watch it.
Of course I watched it. I overachieved and have watched it more than, I watched it about 1.5 times.
So did you see Christina Milian?
Well, thank you. I didn't. So I had texted Holly.
She's not even in it. He was
I'm
so
like,
mad.
Christina Milian's not even in this episode. What the fuck? And then
He
she
was so
takes a
mad.
screen grab of Christina Milian. It was like, because in my head, she just kind of looks how she looks right now.
No, it was a while ago. So therefore, she would have been a child.
Yes, but that's a testament to you two. Like, you guys don't age. In my mind, you're still you look
fine
the
wine.
exact same as you did on the show to me.
Exactly the same.
Except for minus the frosted tips.
I have
and
frosted
no bangs.
tips right now. These are my frosted tips.
That's because you run a restaurant.
No shit.
Yeah. Definitely pick the 2 hardest industries in the world.
Well,
historically,
I never
to go
got
into
out of the kitchen or the restaurant.
Restauranteering.
Yeah.
And
touring?
B, restaurateuring.
Yeah, right.
To be a restaurateur. Touring.
I don't think it's a
acting.
verb. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's 2 harder industries. So definitely do both of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny because everybody trying to be an actor tends to be in a restaurant.
A waiter.
It's like,
like me this morning.
The masochist. You
just
kind of
have
like it though.
I don't.
Rude to you, and you got to learn. You got to learn that early.
To smile.
Well, thanks everyone for checking out the House of Halliwell podcast. We are so grateful that you're with us on this wild ride. If you like what you're hearing, check us out at Apple, Amazon, Google, iHeart, Spotify, all the places, all the things. And if you want to watch us do our thing, check out patreon.com/HOH.
7.5. It's growing
4.
on me. It's growing on me.
4.0.
See, now I'm getting defensive because you both hate it.
The Brian doesn't hate it.
His Wendigo is just better.
Well, his movie's better for sure.
Oh, wow.
I haven't even seen it, and I can tell you it's probably better.
Wow.
Something's happening with his audio.
Sheriff Dale's over and out.
Hello.
Hey, what was his last name again? The character name?
I already blocked it out of my brain because
Dale
the alternate
Utweiler?
universe. Sheriff.
No, what was your sheriff name?
Throughout the movie, I'm called Sheriff. Let's just leave it.
Just Sheriff.
You've earned that. It's like chef.
He had like no
chef.
first name.
If you're a chef or a sheriff, like you don't need anything else. You're like sheriff this or.
That's it.
It's like
chef.
a doctor. I didn't go 6 years to school to be called Jim. It's doctor. It's like same thing with the sheriff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You've earned that title, big guy.
7.5.
Yeah.
3.8.
No.
Fucking come at me. 3.8.
So
you can come at me at Drew Fuller across social media forums. Fucking come at me. 3.5 if we keep talking about it.
Wow. And
yeah, I'll watch Dream. Hey, I'm going to do a rewatch of Dream Sorcerer and Wedding from Hell. I'm kidding. No, actually, I like this better than both of those.
Can we stop saying Dreamcatcher, please? Dreamcatcher, Dream Sorcerer.
Yeah, PTSD.
I do. I really do. Don't. I see visuals of the bathtub and don't. Just don't. Yeah. And the fog.
I do too, actually.
On the rooftop. Ew. Ew, that's your aunt, you sicko.
She's hot.
Sicko. We digress.
No, we don't. We move forward. We'll check you out next week.